Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and for the next 2 weeks, our show is presented by Barton Insurance Agency. Barton Insurance Agency has been serving the insurance needs of their clients for over 65 years. Barton Insurance is an independent agency that specializes in quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. Ben Barton, the owner, will discuss the value of buying your insurance locally instead of online. Jemie Hess will give us a preview of the electric vehicle and other devices show at the New London Historical Society. Winfried Feneberg, the superintendent of the Kearsarge Regional School District, will let us know what's up for this coming school year. And we'll close with Kate Luppold from the Newport Library Arts Center, telling us about the upcoming apple pie contest. Don't go away because you won't want to miss this week's edition of Yankee Chronicle.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from Barton Insurance Agency right here on Main Street, and with a guy that needs no introduction at all, Ben Barton. Hi, Ben.
Good morning, Abby.
Thank you for hosting us, as always. We love coming to see you.
Happy to have you here.
So I should say for most people that they know exactly who you are, but for some people who are watching, tell us a little bit about just the history of Barton Insurance Agency, because it goes back a long time.
Well, if you have 15 minutes. Oh, no.
I have 5.
Okay, I'll give you 1.
Okay.
So my dad and mother started the business in 1954.
Wow.
They did it from scratch. And lots of respect for that.
Yes.
And the history of our family goes back to the 1700s, 1800s.
Wow.
On both sides. So I'm probably a cousin to everybody.
Yeah. Yes, you're well related in the community.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
And that also helps you with owning a business. I mean, you just kind of market yourself because everybody knows who you are.
Well, that and $1.75 get you a Dunkin' Donuts. But
okay.
I'll tell you that, sure, to know a lot of people, yes, absolutely. You need the referrals, you need the contacts that you expect to have from the longevity of being in town.
What do you think your parents would think about the insurance world today?
Great question. My mother was the financial person and very, very much the relationship person. My dad had the ideas and thoughts. She did too, but he was a thinker and had a lot of imagination. So he got very tired of the tediousness of the insurance business.
Yeah.
I share that with him, but I do love the person-to-person touch, the aspect of sales that is getting in front of the client and finding out what the problem is, what the solution could be, and how we arrange that.
Important. And what are some of the things happening in the insurance world? I mean, we were talking off camera that it's not really an industry that you're just seeing all these new products show up. You're not selling cell phones where it's looking for, new cases and chargers. It kind of stays status quo, but there are still things that are happening. Things
happen a lot, and we're really a reflection of the society. Mm-hmm. We're not trendsetters by any means.
Sure. You're a necessity.
We're a necessity. It's a dues-paying process. We all know that. And the changes that you just talked about are more or less economic changes. And we are in a inflationary period, and you have to expect that the goods and services that the insurance claims payments are paying for will reflect that. Mm-hmm. And that comes back to your premiums. And I'd like to just make sure that people understand it's not that the agency wants to have higher prices. Sure. We certainly do not. But we do know they're coming. Yeah. And if you've had a contractor at your house recently, you know that the cost of construction is not what it was 5 years ago, and never mind 10. Yep. So these are the things that get reflected in premiums, and you have to be anticipating that.
Give me an example.
The general public should be most concerned about liability. Liability limits need to be well beyond the state minimum limits of 25/50, meaning 25,000 per person, 50,000 per accident. Huh. In case there's a significant bodily injury in an accident that you've caused. That's liability.
Got it.
And that is nothing when you go into the intensive care room for 4 days.
Yes.
So preparation of the policy by the agent to make sure you have the proper liability limits is critical to your financial success and anxiety level should an accident occur.
And it's good to know that you're protected by that.
You're protected by your liability protection for bodily injury and property damage. And critically, you should have a personal umbrella policy to give you that catastrophic event that's very minimal in cost and gives you that peace of mind.
So if someone's watching and that makes them spark, I should check that. You need to give your insurance agent a call to make sure that you're covered beyond the minimum.
All of our clients that own homes are offered a personal umbrella liability protection part because the home is at risk. If you own things personally, everything personally is at risk. If your limits don't cover the exposure to the claim, it's going to come out of your house. You're going to be selling your house. You're going to be draining your retirement assets. You don't want to do that when the cost of an umbrella policy is $300 a year.
So don't
for two
wait.
cars and a house.
So you're saying don't wait until it's too late. Too late. If someone's watching and they're saying, I'm not sure what to do with my insurance policy right now, or I'm worried about it going up, is that someone that can call you and you can kind of navigate them through these waters?
That's absolutely right. We compare and contrast coverages. We want to make sure that the essential coverages are there, and companies are niche marketed companies these days. So there's a lot of room for cost comparisons and making sure that you're either not overinsured or most importantly underinsured, and have the proper coverage in place when you need it. Because it's of no use if you don't have the right coverage. And that's my message to those who are surfing the net to find out what the lowest rate is on your insurance coverage, because you don't know what those terms are. You don't know what those coverage endorsements should be to make your coverage a 100% pie.
Cheaper doesn't always mean better.
You get what you pay for a lot of times, and the basic policy is not going to be what you need.
Right. And in insurance, it may be too late that you figured out that you weren't covered appropriately.
It's after the loss.
Right.
That's not when you want to find out if your coverage is fully up to date.
Right. Thank you for joining me for this first 5 minutes. We're going to be back next week. We'll talk about assessing your needs. What do you currently have and is it right for you? And Ben Barton, thank you for hosting us.
Thank you, Abby.
When we return, Jemie Hess from the New London Energy Committee will tell us about this year's Kearsarge Sunapee Electric Vehicle Expo. But first, please listen to these words from businesses that underwrite the costs of your Yankee Chronicle.
The American Red Cross blood supply is at historically low levels this winter, and we're facing a dangerous situation. Hospitals and patients are counting on donors to get the blood they need. Make a life-saving appointment today. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Many of you will get a charge of this next segment with Jemie Hess. Tell us about it, Jemie.
Well, on Saturday, September 24th from noon to 4, right here at the New London Historical Society, we're going to put on our Electric Vehicle Expo, where you can learn not only about electric cars and maybe take a ride in 1 or 2 or 3 of them, but also learn about how to electrify your lifestyle and eliminate oil, propane, and other fossil fuels from your daily diet. I just want to say that this is the 3rd time that we've hosted an Electric Vehicle Expo on this site. We did it in 2016. We had 300 people show up, and we did it again in 2018. We had 40 electric cars and 400 people came to see them. So we're hoping for a great turnout, lots of cars, and lots of enthusiastic owners, because this is not a car dealer event. Nobody's going to try and sell you a car. You got to talk to people who own electric cars, learn about their experience, see the cars, take a ride in them, and then once you've done that part of the expo, you get to learn about electric motorcycles, electric bicycles, maybe even an electric pickup truck, because we now have electric pickup trucks here in New London for the very first time ever. And then we'll move on from there to all those electric yard tools like lawnmowers, snow blowers, chainsaws, weed whackers, leaf blowers. All those things are now available in electric versions, and we'll move on to electric heat for your house, which is more efficient than ever. And if you want to put some solar panels on your roof or in your backyard and make your own electricity from the sun, we'll have solar installers here ready to show you how to do it. People who own electric cars are so enthusiastic about them that they just love to tell you every aspect about what it's like to drive electric, how far you can go on a charge, where all the charging stations are so you never have to worry about running out of battery, and how you can charge your car in your garage at night while you sleep. So in addition to the electric car owners, we'll have the solar installers, and we'll have nonprofit groups here who are telling you about things like community power, which is coming to New Hampshire very soon, which will allow you to buy your electricity from a nonprofit organization instead of from a profit-making electric utility. We're just coming off a very successful program where we've been loaning out electric bicycles for free. And I'm sure there'll be lots of electric bicycle owners willing to share their expertise and stories about how much fun it is to ride around town on two wheels without having to strain your muscles to do it. Because with all the hills we have around here, some people find it kind of daunting to jump on a bicycle and just go. But with the electric assist, you can climb the steepest hill without even breaking a sweat. So that'll be a big part of the show. We're also doing solar open houses in the near future, and many of our committee members, because this is a New London Energy Committee sponsored event, a lot of our committee members have solar on their roofs or in their backyards, and they would love to share stories about what it's like to get an electric bill that says $0.00 for 12 months a year, and maybe even get a check back from the utility if you produce a surplus. So it's just going to be a big all-electric party, both indoors and out, because we'll have a barn full of exhibits in case the weather's not so great, and a parking lot full of electric cars, and we'll have electric bicycles. There's also going to be free snacks and refreshments. It's free admission to the entire event, and anyone who pre-registers online at uvevexpo.org, anyone who registers online will get a free ticket to our raffle with lots of exciting prizes to give away. It's Saturday, September 24th from noon to 4 p.m. here at the New London Historical Society on Little Sunapee Road, Route 114, on the north side of New London Village. Hope to see you here.
A shocking development coming to the New London Historical Society grounds. This event seems to be an electrifying one. Mark your calendars. Coming up next, Winfried Feneberg of the Kearsarge Regional School District will give us a primer of the 2022-2023 school year. But first, another edition of Underwriters that serve you and your Yankee Chronicle.
Getting out of bed, bathing, getting dressed, cooking and cleaning are some of the everyday tasks that people often need help with as they age. And the Lake Sunapee V&A team is here to help. Our homemaker companions, personal care service providers, and licensed nursing assistants are passionate about providing the care and support that keep our clients safe, secure, and as independent as possible in the homes they love.
It's very rewarding, but it's also my way of giving back. I've had family members that needed the VNA, and their services were wonderful, and it's just my way of saying thank you.
I'm just filled with so much pride, and I'm fulfilled to be able to work here, to be able to hang out with residents and patients like Helen, hear their stories, help them when they need help, has fulfilled my life in ways that I could never explain.
Anybody who loves their home and believes in their home as much as I do, you can't imagine being anyplace else. It brings tears to your eyes when you think you can be in your home.
If you are interested in a meaningful career in home care, we are interested in talking to you, even if you have no previous experience. Our entry-level positions offer room for growth, and our on-the-job training, welcoming culture, and supportive team are just a few of the things that make working here so special. Check out our website to learn more or contact us to set up a shadow experience and see for yourself what a career in home care is all about.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. It's that time again. School is back. Tell us what we need to know, Superintendent Feneberg.
Hello to everybody. We are getting ready for our new school year. And, we have all reflected on the last 2 years, and we are really looking forward to get back into the business of education and learning. We have dealt with and responded to pandemic and to limitations for the last 2 years, and the agenda was brought to us. I think our teachers and administrators and principals, they're really looking forward to a year with students to engage fully in the learning process. And that's probably the biggest promise of this upcoming year. We have been fortunate in Kearsarge. We have been able to hire for nearly all of our professional positions. We have some 20 new teachers coming into the district. And really the only opening that we have in the teaching ranks is a special educator at the high school. There was a late resignation, and we are trying to fill that position as well before the start of the school year. There's also one administrative position in special education at the middle school that we need to fill, but otherwise we are ready to go with our teaching staff. Different picture on school bus drivers, and certainly a different picture on our para-educators. We are down significantly, have open positions. I would like to encourage anybody who would remotely consider helping us out, apply to a position, the openings we have. We'd be more than happy to talk with you and see if there's a fit and a match. Our bus company had to consolidate several bus routes, and I think notification went out to parents a couple of weeks ago. Again, we have a significant shortage of bus drivers. We don't operate the bus system. Student Transportation of America does, but a conversation with their leadership indicates that they are looking for 8 to 10 drivers in order to be fully staffed. This is not a situation unique to Kearsarge. We've heard from other districts across the state that there is a significant competition for staff at all levels. So the summer has been a very busy one. As usual, we had our extended school year program for special education students who require ongoing instruction over the summer. That was a successful 4 to 6 week program. We also, as usual, our facilities department was very, very busy. We were able to design and build a new fire escape at the Simon School in Warner that should be all ready to go at the beginning of the school year. We had window replacements, again for fire and safety reasons, both at Simons and Sutton. When you come to our schools, you will see that the grounds are taken care of. We have put a lot of effort into maintaining and presenting ourselves to the public in a good light. New mulch and the playgrounds are reopened and refurbished. So a lot of stuff is happening in the facilities department that we are quite proud of. So the athletic teams are starting up and will go full bore even before school starts. Our students will return on August 30th, that's a Tuesday. Freshmen will be there on Monday, the 29th. Teachers return next week. We have extensive teacher mentoring and new teacher orientation program for Monday and Tuesday. And then all staff comes back Thursday, Friday, and Monday before the kids arrive. I would also like to talk about my personal goal for this school year. We've heard a lot about teacher shortages and how difficult teaching is and how we can't fill all our positions in virtually every school district in the country. I believe it's very important for all of us to focus on education, focus on the good elements of being a teacher. I think we have to re-engage in a recruiting effort and describe the wonderful work our teachers, administrators, paraeducators do for our school children. This is a very noble profession, and teaching really has shown the last 2 years that it is very adaptable. Teachers have learned tremendous amounts of new strategies over the last 2 years when they were forced to work with remote instruction, use computers in a very different fashion, use the internet and internet resources, and they have all risen to the task. I'm so proud of our teachers here in Kearsarge. They have adapted and they have managed to help our students progress and learn just like they did before and hopefully after the pandemic. So let's all help together to show and highlight the teaching profession, education, public schools in a very positive light, and hopefully excite young people to go into the profession and show how wonderful a job that can be. So let's help all together if we can and speak positively about public education. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Winfried. And just a reminder that if you can't make it to a Kearsarge home football game, YCN will have them all live along with Newport. Also, when we come back, we'll get the lowdown on the annual apple pie contest in Newport. Stay with us as we bring you a few words from another underwriter that makes your Yankee Chronicle possible.
We are strong and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Every year, a tasty event takes place on the Green in Newport. Tell us about it, Kate.
Saturday, August 27th on the Newport Town Common will be the Apple Pie Crafts Fair. It's the 48th year we've done the fair, and it's just an incredible event of community arts. We have over 120 different craft booths set up all over the Common, as well as live music and many, many food vendors. And on the library lawn right across the street is a fantastic book sale under the tent. So these two events draw thousands of people to downtown Newport. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful way to spend the day, see community, and do some lovely local shopping. It's also, as it's named, the Apple Pie Crafts Fair, is home of an incredible apple pie sale. We have hundreds of local bakers who bake pies and donate them to the Library Arts Center, the proceeds of which all benefit community arts programming here in our greater community. So we recommend that people stop by early in the morning for a wonderful selection of pies. The event is 9 to 3, so you might want to come earlier in the morning if you'd like a pie, as they always sell out. We have a bunch of apple pies, all sorts of fruit pies, all different types of pies, sugar-free pies, every variety possible, and all of the proceeds benefit the Library Arts Center. At the same time, we actually have a very prized and esteemed local contest of apple pie baking. So that happens at 11 o'clock. Prizes are the best bragging rights in towns, and you get your name on a list of some of the best bakers over the decades, and also beautiful homemade local maple syrup. So we hope you'll come to the fair, hope to see you at the contest, hope you enjoy some pie, enjoy some music, and do a lot of local handmade shopping. So the Library Arts Center, based in Newport, New Hampshire, serves the greater region, not just Newport, bringing arts to the community, bringing community together through the arts and building local economy through the arts. We have hundreds of artists involved. We have all sorts of different ways that we connect community and the art. We have exhibits, concerts, art classes, community events, restorations going on right now of local murals, all sorts of different projects. So when you support the Library Arts Center through supporting the Apple Pie Crafts Fair, you help so much good happen in our greater community. So if you'd like to learn more about the Apple Pie Crafts Fair or the Library Arts Center, please visit libraryartscenter.org.
Yum! Thank you, Kate. This is a great weekend and for a good cause. Check it out. Next week, we'll be right back here at Barton Insurance Agency as Ben gives us his thoughts on how to assess your insurance needs. Lynn Clark will give us a lineup of Warner Historical Society events coming up this fall. And we'll close with the ladies at the New Hampshire Telephone Museum for a calendar of their fall events. Don't miss our live football game of the week on NCTV8 and YCNNow.com starting Friday, September 9th at 6:25 as Kearsarge hosts Fall Mountain, and on Saturday at 1:55 as Newport hosts Mascoma. Our live football games are brought to you in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, LaValley's Building Supply, Barton Insurance, and Echo Communications. I'm Abby Peel. Tune in at the same time next week for another Yankee Chronicle. Stay safe, everyone.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.